Mic on?
Yep.
Life, it's all about death. It's all about pain. It's all about destruction and the things you do in vain.
Live from the last door in the left studios in sunny Venice, California, it's the Alex Duffy Show, starring Alex Duffy, with this week's special guest, Mollie Tretsky. And now, a man who just may go through menopause eventually, Alex Duffy!
Life, it's all about you. It's all about me. We're all that we have and all we foresee. So give it your best shot. It's all that you got. Might not be a lot, but that's all there is to life. All right. Yes. Yay. 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 All right. Yeah. Yes. Wow. That was the biggest applause we've ever had.
Round of applause.
Yeah. Well, folks, it is October 15, 2003. I'm Alex Duffy, and Steve Lyon is
The show.
and here we are, the 93rd show. The 100th show is coming.
Woohoo.
It's coming. It's
It only felt like 87.
I know.
Maybe 88. I don't know.
And Steve and I are writing our chapters in the Internet Pioneers book. I mean, just by
all right.
doing this, you know. I mean, it's going to go down in history, and they did 100 shows, you know.
All right.
Okay. I really call it paranoia when you have these grandiose illusions of whatever. You know?
I don't know
Okay.
if it's paranoia. It's grandiose.
I just say it's more mental illness, you know.
All
Okay,
right.
okay. Now, the strike goes on. This is to date the show, which we always do. And
Yeah, I was looking at the strikers earlier today.
Yeah.
Cheered them on, absolutely.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. And I realized too. I was looking at the news today. All these chains are owned by, like, you know, Kroger is what actually owns Ralph's.
Yep.
And Safeway actually owns Vaughn's, and
Yep.
they're really striking against these huge, like, conglomerates.
Yep.
You know, these overarching, mega rich.
Evil corporations.
Yeah, which will crush the little guy. But in the end, I see the Walmartization of all those supermarkets.
Yeah.
Or did I tell you? I told you the story about the guy from the Wall Street Journal who got laid off. It's like he's 60 years old, right? He ends up getting a job at Walmart for $6.25 an hour.
Right.
And in the interview, he was talking about how lucky he was because they just recently gave him a raise to $6.71.
Wow.
Yeah, that's an extra 46 cents that he can talk about at the bar. No,
Wow.
I'll get you that Pabst Blue Ribbon. I've got the extra 46 cents. Yeah, and plus people say he doesn't have to pay taxes. He's right. You know,
Right.
at the end of the year, he'll get all his money back.
Ugh.
I know. Okay, well, that's the world we live in today. And
On
now,
that positive note.
on that positive note, we have a very, very funny lady who you cannot get the better of. She has had 32 years of marriage. She's also the winner of LA's esteemed, although it takes place in Pasadena, Uncle Clyde's Comedy Contest, which is not easy to win. She is the one. The only Mollie Tretsky!
Yay! Well, hello.
Oh, yes. Well, how are you doing, Mollie?
I am so excited to be here. Really excited. I mean, I turned down Jay Leno, I turned down David Letterman, and here I am.
Wow.
This is what I get for
Wow.
winning that contest. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
this
very
is like
excited.
the prize they just tack on the end.
You know, this is why I wanted to win. It had
The
nothing to
consolation
do with
prize.
the main showroom at the Ice House, and
Yeah.
nothing to do with the money. This
Right,
is what I
right.
was after.
Did you do the showroom at the Ice House?
Not yet.
But you're going to do it.
I'm going to do it.
And what date is it? Do you know?
We don't have a date yet.
Okay, because we wanted you to do a shout out so that everybody could show up.
Yeah.
But okay, but you know, we'll learn. We'll learn.
I'll shout it out.
In
in a
an
minute.
ice house near you soon.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yes, I've been married 32 years. How long have you been married?
Less than a year, and it's
Less
rough.
than a year.
Oh, it's not easy.
The first
Oh.
year was wonderful for me. It was the second year things fell apart.
Oh no.
And, you know, I'll tell you, you learn a lot. You learn a lot about this other individual you thought you knew everything about already.
Tell us the deep
But,
dark secrets.
well, you know, my husband is a bit older. He was born in Jurassic Park, you
Okay.
know. And we are truly, truly a couple where opposites attract.
Right.
Yeah, I'm intelligent. So anyway, you know, I thought he was a hard worker and everything. I really did. But I had to do a body search. I was looking for a cord. I thought maybe he needed to be plugged in. Once we got married, nothing got done. Nothing. And he says to me, he has the nerve to say to me, I do the work of 3 men. And I'm thinking, yeah, Curly, Larry, and Moe. That's it. That's it. And he likes to think he is so enlightened.
Oh,
You know, I had to say to him, look, an erection is not a sign of personal growth. You've got to watch this.
It's not?
It's not a sign of personal growth.
Have you ever gone on strike in your marriage? Now, I've done this where, like, I keep doing the dishes and doing the dishes because my wife keeps leaving them, right? And I'm just like, fine, I'm just not going to do them. Now we'll see who's going to be the one who's going to break.
I just withhold sex. And I'll tell you, it really didn't matter to him after a while. After 32 years of marriage, when I withhold it, he says, okay. It doesn't matter anymore.
Wow,
but that's a good idea.
What's the new ploy then if you can't withhold sex? My wife can still pull it on me.
I won't cook. I won't cook because he can't cook. If I don't make dinner, it's fast food. I mean, he has never cooked in our entire 32 years of marriage, ever. He has never made a bed. He cannot do his own laundry.
Wow.
I mean, I have made him, you know, a king. A king.
A king upon the earth.
And, you know, it's amazing how women and men are so different.
Are they, though?
Oh, my. And you guys try.
I mean, beyond the thing when you take off their clothes.
Yeah,
and you go,
beyond that.
Okay.
Way beyond that. I mean, you guys try to be the He-Man, right?
Oh, all the time.
But if he stubs his toe, he cries out for an epidural. It's unbelievable. And what is it with you guys? You know, you go up to everybody. Hit me in the stomach. Go on, hit me as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Why do you do that?
Because we're tough.
You never see us go, come on, feel, see how firm, see how strong. We don't do things like that. I mean, you guys are ridiculous. The other day, he really scared me. He came running into the kitchen, holding up his hands, saying, take me to the hospital. I need stitches and a tetanus shot.
Oh, no.
I did. I took him. And when it was all over, I was so proud of him. And I said, I am so proud of you. I mean, I know how painful a paper cut can be. Unbelievable. Are you like that too? I mean, if you get sick, you just need lots of love and attention.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Even a cold.
Yeah, even a cold, yeah.
Really?
He's a wuss.
I'm a total wuss. Yeah. What's funny is like we're trying to have our first kid, right? And we're you know
she has to have it.
Oh yeah, she has to have it. All right. But we're doing the work that's needed to get that done.
Work?
Okay?
Work?
The fun work.
See, you got to watch your wording here this first year especially, okay? Yeah, the fun.
He's been using this wording for a long time. He's like, I got to go home and go to work.
No. I think that's the wrong approach. You will never have a kid if you use that vocabulary. Yes,
the thing is that, like, you know, so there's that golden period of about 5 days when the egg is going to drop.
That's right.
And you got to do it in that period.
That's right.
And I had a cold last time during the golden period, you know? And I was like, oh, I'm just so sick. And she's like, I don't care. This is the time. You've got to do it now. That's like the first year of marriage.
Does she take her temperature to find out if she's ovulating and stuff, or does she just know?
She just has this calendar and all this stuff.
Oh, she has this calendar.
Yeah, like the when the bomb is going to drop calendar.
So do you have to do it every day for the 5 days?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah. Oh, it's such hard work. No, but I mean, it's great. But I mean, when you're not feeling well, you know, it's like you're like, okay, well, you know, I've got a really bad cold.
She could have let the 1 month go by.
Exactly. Oh, no.
Because you might end up with a baby that has the sniffles.
That's true.
Yeah. That's what I would think of. You know, I will tell you.
Some kind of genetic
defect.
defect.
Women think so differently. I mean, you can walk into a supermarket,
right,
and just know that it's men that have stocked the shelves. Because women would do things. If I owned a market, I would put things together that go together. Okay, like. Next to razor blades would be bandages, okay? Next to toilet paper, magazines.
There you go.
Next to tampons, bullets and pistols, okay? You guys you don't put the shelves together right.
Yeah,
you just don't.
It's true.
You just don't. We are so different that even when we say the same things, we don't mean the same things.
How do you mean that?
When you guys say, I was bad, we know that means you had an affair. Okay? If a woman says,
say that.
Yeah, you better not. If a woman says, I was bad, it means we'd eat an entire cheesecake. Okay? That's what it means. So this is how different we are. I mean, even the same words just take on a life of their own.
Well, let me ask you this. If you look at the world today, why are men in charge of most corporations, most countries? The heads of all of the religions are basically men. How did those set of affairs come about? Whereas I know when I'm in the home, I'm certainly not the boss.
But you see the state the world is in.
Okay.
Okay? I have often thought a housewife should be president of the United States. because we know how to budget. We know how to make a little money go a long way.
Right.
If a leader from another country misbehaves, time out.
Right.
I mean, we would be able to work things out. I'm telling you.
I think George Bush kind of looks at the world as one big corporation. And like basically, I don't know, Saddam Hussein was in charge of the oil division, and he wasn't doing a good job, so he fired him. He just gave him the sack.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I would like to do that to a lot of people. Just give them the sack, you know. But you're right. Men are the head of most countries, and I think that's what's wrong with the world today.
Well, why aren't more women in politics?
Need the feminine touch.
I think that's because men are afraid to let women take control, is my feeling about that.
Why is there that fear? Why?
Of men letting women take control?
Yeah.
Because they have to feel their ego. They have to feel masculine, and if women take over too much, then they don't feel
But don't
that.
women want manly men?
Yeah, they do. But
Well, there you go.
a lot of men aren't manly. You got to raise your sons the right way.
Okay,
you know?
okay, let's hear it.
I raised my son the right way. He is perfect.
Oh, good.
Perfect. And
Excellent.
and I did it by putting subliminal messages in his lullabies.
Oh.
Every time he laid his head down to go to sleep,
Yes?
he heard everything he ever needed to know to be a success with women. Okay? You ready?
Yes.
You ready?
I'm ready. Lay it on me.
A dream is a wish your heart makes. Large flabby thighs are sexy. In dreams you lose all your heartaches. Remember the potty seat goes down. Have faith in your wife's judgment. Let her spend all she wants. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you'll do some house cleaning, the dreams that you dream will come true. Ba-do-do-do-do-do. But see, that's why he's perfect.
There it is.
He's perfect.
That's all he needed. Now
That's
he's
all
perfect.
he needed. He is such a hit with women today. It is unbelievable.
Wow.
So see,
Does he go after the ones with the flabby thighs, though?
really he doesn't, and I don't know where we went wrong with that because I embedded that into his mind.
He comes in with Anna Nicole Smith. You're like, well, that's not what I meant, son.
No, he goes for the shapely little figures that.
How old is he? If I may ask?
He's 22.
Oh, that's a good
He's
age.
22. That age where, things may. I'm scared to
That
death.
age where you run on instinct.
Oh, I'm so scared he's going to bring home a woman I'm not going to like.
Oh, no.
Yeah, what do we do if that happens? I mean, he's just perfect. No slut is going to be good enough for him. I know that. They're all sluts out there. Okay?
Of course.
I see them in those low-cut dresses trying to get his attention and flipping their hair and stuff like that.
Right, yeah.
And he's just naive to all of that. What am I going to do if he brings home somebody I don't like?
I don't know. Have you thought about that? Did you have your remedies for that?
Well, I'm just going to have to pretend to like her. I
Wait,
guess.
bring home?
Pretend
Is he
to like
living home
her
with
is a
you?
good idea.
No, he's
if
not.
you-
So
He's
he'll
not?
bring,
Okay.
No. He's living out on his own in Westwood.
And
I-
I lived in Westwood before.
You have?
It's a beautiful little town.
It is.
Yes,
It is.
but I was only there sadly for a short time.
It's expensive.
Yes, it's very expensive.
He's got like a zillion roommates in this apartment so that they can make the rent. But
If you tell him that you don't like her, then he's going to marry her. You know that. So you have to at least pretend to like her. Because then you've got a chance of losing her that way.
yeah.
You gotta
But I'm
go
going to have
against
to love
reverse
whoever it
psychology.
is because this person, the final one, will be the mother of
Oh,
my
yeah.
grandkid.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So I'm just.
And she's going
God.
to call you Granny.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it is so hard for me now anyway because I'm at that age where I'm starting to get these things called hot flashes.
The big M word.
Personal power surges, private little summers, those hot flashes. They're unbelievable. They're unbelievable.
Okay, but basically, for the people who have not experienced menopause, and I haven't.
You haven't.
No.
I think you're too young. You're too young yet.
Tell us what it is and everything. Just
Oh,
give us the
God.
medical background on it and your experience with it.
Oh, my God. Well, first of all, I wasn't sure what was happening with me, so I
Right.
made an appointment at my gynecologist.
Right.
And I have a male gynecologist.
Ah.
That is so
He's
stupid.
the only other man in your life who can...
Oh, yeah, that's right. That is right. But it's sort of like, it's going to a travel agent that's
Right.
never had a vacation. It's really not right. I don't know why I ever allowed myself to go to a male gynecologist,
right.
really. And so anyway, and we women get on this table, And no matter how far down we are, we're just never down far enough on this thing. And I'm always fearing that the law of gravity is going to set in, and the head of the table goes up, and I'm going to be sitting on this guy's head. Not a Kodak moment. Anyway, so I made this appointment. He comes in. He's got a horrible stirrup-side manner. But at least he doesn't beat around the bush, you know.
You slipped that in there on us. That was good.
And he says to me, you're going through menopause. And I'm thinking, I can't believe this. I mean, I can't. And I begged him. I pleaded, really. I said, put in another finger. I want a second opinion. Couldn't believe it. I mean, I know there's been some changes. My bra size is now a 36.
What exactly is what exactly is menopause?
The eggs stop. That's right. The eggs stop.
No more bombs are dropped.
That's right. You can't get pregnant, and you're just dried up in there. The ovaries just are there, but they aren't producing anything. Oh yeah, and hormonally, you become a mess. You really become a mess, and it's very devastating because this is the last sign of your youth. You know, so I'm thinking I can't get pregnant anymore. I'm not going to be attractive anymore. I mean, it's really devastating.
And your bra size went to a 36 long.
Yeah. Gravity, remember?
Yeah,
I mean, you and I were talking before about gravity. Gravity has just done its job. There is a positive, though, because when I go braless now, it just pulls all the wrinkles right out of my face. So, yeah, I really like that.
All the movie stars are getting plastic surgery.
That's right.
Now, I thought about it for myself. You know.
What? You're too young.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
But no. But what do you think about plastic surgery in general?
Oh, I'm for it.
My wife is addicted to those tabloid magazines.
Yeah.
And what they love to run is before and after.
Yeah, absolutely.
Things. Some of it's pretty amazing.
It is.
You know?
Have you watched Extreme Makeover?
But they also have the plastic surgery disasters.
That's right, Joan Rivers.
Not just, oh my God. They have some really bad ones though, where it's like one side of the face didn't heal right.
That's
it's
right.
Like, this side's like this. And this side's like this, and the
right.
person's like, ha, at least I look young on this side, you know.
Right.
This is my good side now.
Or they pull it so tight. I mean, you just don't have any expression.
It's like the Joker, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's so I'm sort of afraid you really have to be sure you get a good doctor.
Yeah.
You got to get somebody who's board certified and really knows what they're doing. But I mean, some like the Miss Rivers. I mean, she's a very attractive woman, but she's had, you know, I think her belly button is right up here in her neck about now. She's been pulled so tight so many times.
It's a little dimple.
Yeah, it's a little dimple.
Followed by a little beard.
And when you go through menopause, the wrinkles and stuff start coming because you're not having the hormonal,
right,
you know?
right.
I mean, it's really tough. It is tough. And I found myself still walking through that feminine hygiene aisle buying sanitary napkins, even though I really can't use them for what they're meant for.
I mean, don't you now you just want to slap one on, even though there's no purpose?
No. I never have to buy paper towels or kitchen sponges anymore. These things are great. They're very absorbent. They clean up spills in a second.
I've seen how they soak up lots of blue liquid on the television.
That's right. That's right. And I do that often, just to be sure that, you know. And if you hold it adhesive side down, it's good for picking up crumbs off the table.
Oh, yeah. Lid removal.
Absolutely. You can catch flies in midair. You know? Who needs a fly swatter? We don't need that anymore. And I made this horrible, horrible mistake of not planning ahead because you don't know when this is going to hit you.
Right, yeah.
And so 3 years ago, I bought a box of tampons at Costco.
Wow.
And I still have 781 of these things left. But
well, that's a lot of cleaning up you can do in the kitchen.
Yeah, it is. And wait till you see my wine bottles. That's where I use the tampons in case the cork doesn't. You know, it's got a little thing on it. You can pull it out. It's very nice. Very, very convenient and very avant-garde.
Well, one thing I've noticed as I get older is that when you put the weight on, you can work out. You can starve yourself.
That's right.
It's like the pounds just go.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing with menopause, too. Your whole metabolism. Most women will gain 12 pounds and menopause can take years to go through. Years to go through.
Well, what happens when it's over?
What happens when it's over?
You're just old.
You're old and wrinkly and pruning. And you're very upset with life. And, you know, it affects everything. It affects your mood when you're going through it. It affects your sleep pattern. It affects your sex drive.
Do you all of a sudden you're just like horny all the time?
No, I mean the opposite.
Oh.
It's the opposite. So they give us testosterone. They do to help that. They don't give us Viagra,
Oh no.
and
These are talking like this.
no, but I am experiencing some side effects.
Let's hear them.
I really.
You're not as smart as you were before.
Well, no. Let's see. I can't pee unless I'm standing.
Ah. We're trying to picture that.
I won't go into the bathroom without the sports page. And now when I get lost, I refuse to ask for directions. But other than that, everything seems to be normal. Everything else seems to be normal.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow,
It's
wow.
really a heavy-duty thing. So when your wife starts to go, you've got many years yet before she starts to go
Maybe,
through
we'll
that.
see, yeah.
Some women, though, can start in their 30s.
Wow.
Really. They can start,
wow,
their
wow.
egg production can start going down in their 30s.
Well, I'm more worried about, like, with her, like, that her butt's going to just start getting lower and lower and lower. You know what I mean? Just like every year there's like a quarter inch that goes
Yeah.
down, and it's like the woman I married.
She's pretty short already. It doesn't have far
Yeah,
to
but
go
it's
before
like
it's the ground.
I'll be looking at her. I'm going to say, "You're not the woman I married." You know what I mean? You know that's
Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. You're going to really have a good, happy marriage. How long did you decide that you were going to stay together? How many years?
about I don't know. My parents managed 40.
40.
Yeah.
You'll be lucky if you make 2 if you start talking like this to her.
The attitude that he's got
Oh
now.
my God. Oh my God.
Hey, anything for a laugh on the show.
Does she get PMS?
Oh yeah.
Does she really?
Oh my God! I just want to go to like Vegas
Yeah.
for just go to Vegas for 3 days.
I mean, it's like every
or
month
something.
she goes through sort of a
Oh yeah, it's like a
change.
different person. You know, it's like you're talking about the guns and the pistols. you
Yeah,
know? I'm trying
yeah.
to find trying to keep the Drano out of my orange juice and stuff like that. you
Oh,
know?
but no matter what you do, she like picks on you. Is that what happens?
I can just tell I can tell the storm before the flood, basically.
Okay, well, you're lucky. So my husband was too stupid to be able to tell the difference
Oh, no.
between those things. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, men go through a thing though too. Do you know University of Pennsylvania has proven that as men age, their brains shrink. This is true,
Uh-oh.
and it doesn't happen with women.
I hope that doesn't happen to the other brain.
Oh, God, Alex.
Who's the comedian here? Anyway, and so my husband started to do a lot of stupid things, and I was really picking on him.
Oh, let's hear about them.
Oh well, I mean.
Dish it out.
Oh, well, I don't want to go into too much detail and embarrass him in front of the public.
Yes, you do.
The millions of people who are watching this. I don't want him to get... But it got to the point where I was picking on him, and then after I heard about this study, I thought, oh, my God, I got to be nice to him. Because he can't help it. He can't help the stupid things he's doing.
Right. I can't,
Really?
you know.
No. So I thought, well... The next time he does something stupid, I'm going to be a little more gentle, a
You
little
should.
more Donna Reedy.
That's very
you know?
nice of you.
So he did something stupid. It only took seconds. And I put on my best Donna Reed impression.
Right.
And I said, you are so talented. You can be anything you want to be. Obviously, you've chosen to be an asshole. So that was my nice attempt. You know, I mean, you know, they had to be the little twists.
It's all in
there.
how you say it.
It is all in how you say it. He felt very good after that. You know, he didn't think that. You know, he has these habits. Do you eat peanut butter and jelly with a spoon out of the jar, and get the peanut butter in the jelly?
Not often.
He does that. A female would never do
That'd be
that.
annoying. I don't think I would like that
A
either.
female would never do that, but he does. He just sits there. And so I got him his own jelly, so
Right.
that my jelly would be peanut butter free.
There you go.
But then he can't tell the difference between his jelly and my jelly, and it still had peanut butter. That's horrible, but you don't do that, huh?
No, you should see our refrigerator. It looks like, I don't know, like Eastern Europe or something when you open it up. It's just nothing.
You're kidding.
No, we eat out like 21 out of 21 meals a week.
Really?
Yeah, and most of that is fast food. You know.
So, but you don't have a weight problem.
We have the pounds on there, you know. I used to be quite a thin, young, strapping lad.
You look good. You look
19
great.
years. Well, thank you.
Really?
Well, it's because I exercise and I start to get the weight down. I start to bulk up, and then I go, exercising sucks, and all of a sudden it just goes.
Is your wife petite? She doesn't have a weight
My
problem.
wife, she doesn't have a weight problem. But the thing is,
tiny.
she's one of those people who doesn't need to exercise.
Oh, I'd love her.
You know, and she can eat like a horse, and then she's just like, you know, I don't know what happens. If she does get it, it goes to her gut. But like, you know, on the backside, it's always like she's like Cindy Crawford or something. Yet she never does a lick
She has
of
a great
exercise.
metabolism.
Yeah, she has a pretty good. But
Yeah.
she's one of those people who eats really healthy.
I still hate her. I hate her even more.
Unlike me.
But you say
I'm
you go out
like-
to fast food all the time, so she goes with you, though, right?
No.
Oh.
She buys her own food. She eats like broccoli. And
But she doesn't cook
carrots.
for you?
She doesn't cook. She cooks broccoli.
And you don't eat the broccoli.
I eat it sometimes, but you can only eat so much damn broccoli.
The little bushes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my husband won't eat broccoli either.
Yeah, well, no, I'll eat it, but it's like I can't eat it every night. She can eat like
You mean
broccoli.
she has it
and
every
carrots.
night?
Broccoli, carrots, all this healthy stuff.
Well, no wonder she doesn't have a weight problem.
Well, exactly. Exactly.
I mean, I listen to dinner music and gain weight. My metabolism is just not what it should be. It really isn't. And it's sad because I've always had a weight problem. And you know that here in California especially, there is such an emphasis on youth and skinniness. Oh, my God. The average woman in Hollywood wears a dress size of 0 to 6 months. It's a proven fact. And I saw an ad, I swear to you, that was a diet ad.
Right.
And the headline said, I went from a size 8 to a size 4.
Right.
Now, my thigh is a size 8, for God's sake. I don't know how short you have to be fat at a size 8. I'm thinking 2 feet high.
Right.
And then if that's the case, your biggest problem is getting pants that fit.
Right,
you know?
right.
But I couldn't believe it. I mean, it's ridiculous for people to have an image problem if they're a size 8.
Well, you know what? My theory on the epidemic of obesity in this country, which I would include myself in because I could be thinner.
No.
Well, I could be, though. I would say it's because the fast food chains have figured out how to make food as cheap as the supermarkets. So you can pretty much go through Taco Bell, and for $3.99, you got like a bag that's heavy,
Right.
and a heavy drink too,
Right.
for $3 or $4.
That's a good point. I never even
and
thought
it's
of
like
that.
you can just go to the supermarket. I go to restaurants, maybe have a little taco on them. But I'm not prejudiced, you know what I mean? So
when I started dating Harv, I had no idea there were restaurants where you actually sat down and got served. I thought it was you only drove through restaurants, I mean, he was not a big spender, so he's been into fast food for a long time.
And he doesn't look it, though,
No, he doesn't. That's because now he eats my cooking.
Ah.
I don't know how it is. I go to Weight Watchers, and he's the one that loses weight.
Wow.
It does not, because you guys have a better metabolism. Men can always lose faster than women can.
But one advantage
It's
about
true.
being a woman is you can drink half as much and get equally drunk.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so that's an
that's
advantage. It's like you can go a glass of wine. I'm like drinking my 8th one, and I'm like, where's the buzz? No, just kidding. But that's how I'm throwing up.
No, that's true. But what I hate is one of the prejudices they don't talk about is prejudice against the nutritionally endowed people.
Ah.
Okay. I mean, you heard about Southwest
endowed.
Airlines?
Yeah.
They charge double for a big person. They charge them for 2 seats. This is true.
Right.
You know
Really?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they give them 1 meal, for God's sake. Where is the justice here? I don't think this is right at all.
I agree, yeah.
Oh.
At least you give him 3 to make him just happy.
Please.
I
mean, if they're going to charge him for 2 seats, 1 bag of peanuts? Come on. Does that
Just
seem
give
right?
him like a garbage bag full of peanuts. And say,
Absolutely.
here you go.
Absolutely. It's insulting enough to have 2 seats. At least you'll feel better if you're eating the whole time. And
It's like a garbage bag full of peanuts with like a little elephant on it.
you're getting mean too. Are you a fat bigot?
No.
Are you a fat bigot?
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is a belly.
Oh, is this cute? This is so cute.
That took some work.
Well,
Or lack of work.
I won't have you feel.
There you go. Exactly.
Oh,
yeah,
my husband is a fat bigot, though. He is.
Oh, no.
The other day, I sprained my ankle. I asked him to help me up the stairs.
Right.
He turned to our son and he said, "Spot me." I mean, come on.
Ouch.
That's mean. That is so mean. I couldn't believe it. Really.
Molly, we're
Yes.
at that part of the show where we have to close.
Oh, no.
Already.
I had so much more I wanted to talk to you about.
Well, what we would like to know is, what is your philosophy of life?
My philosophy of life. You show me a gal with a great figure,
Right.
and I'll show you a hungry slut. All right? That is my philosophy of life. How does that go?
If I'd only known that before I got
Yeah.
married.
Yeah. That's what motivates me to go on, to sort of wipe out these people. Are we through?
Well, we're almost through. Do you have any shout-outs of things that
God.
anybody you want to say out there to hi to in internet land?
Well, I'd like to say sorry, Jay Leno and David Letterman, that I couldn't make your show tonight. But
This is just a warm-up, though.
this was so fabulous, and you can't give me this much time. This man promised me the whole show. I was the star, and so,
There you
this
go.
is the way it goes. Maybe some other time.
We love our guests.
You can get me through 555-1212.
Ooh.
Oh, that's time. It's
Ah.
that's how you
They
call
can get you
time.
anytime. Hey.
But this has been so enjoyable. I've really enjoyed myself here. Really.
Thank you.
And
Any last words?
any last
You have a
words?
website.
No, I
Do
do
people-
not have a website.
You must.
you have a website?
You must make a
I
website.
must get
You need
it
to
because
get a
I'm
website.
very non-techie.
Get your son to
I
do
don't
it.
know how to do anything.
A son's duty to his mother is to make his mom a website.
Did you hear that, son?
Yes.
Son, he says to make me a website, okay?
Yes.
He's probably watching right now. Get to it right now.
Yes.
I don't care that you have work tomorrow. I want a website. Yeah. No, I don't have one.
Oh, you just
really
you
think
need
I
to
should
get
have
one. Well,
one?
yeah, you really.
So your peeps can figure out where you're playing.
Yeah, you just put your schedule on there. Whether it's any kind of show you do, you put it on there. People go, "Oh, that's where Mollie's next."
Yeah. And I do private things, people. Oh, I do. I do
Private
private
things.
parties and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
I was going to say something else, but
Private things. Like, what kind of private things?
Yeah. Well, you know, if the price is right.
Hey. Oh.
you'll host a game show. Exactly.
I'll host a game show. That's right. That's right.
Well, Mollie, it's been great
Oh, it has
having
been.
you on.
Oh, I've enjoyed it so much. Thank you.
Thanks so much for coming out.
Okay.
Mr. Steve
Ready to
Lyon,
go.
we are ready.
Yes.
All right then, folks. It is October 15th, 2003, The Alex Duffy Show. Good night.